biblical message. It's happening everywhere around us right now in this day. And then I would say this, number 3. Whatever one's worldview, it takes faith to believe it and live it. Doesn't matter which one. However, look at this. The biblical worldview is grounded in historic, verifiable evidence for its support. This makes the Christian message strong, verifiable, and logically consistent. You've heard me say before, and I'll say it again, Christianity is not first and foremost a religion of faith. It's a religion of knowledge and information, and that knowledge and information is calling us to faith, calling us to believe. So the question is, how good is that knowledge and that information? And the answer is, it's profoundly strong and amazing and documented by history. So, number 4, look at this. Living out the biblical worldview calls us to a serious lifestyle of commitment and discipleship. Would you say that you are a disciple of Jesus? Are you following Jesus as a disciple? If not, here's where it has to begin for all of us. Romans 12:1, and so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all that he has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind that he will find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship him. This is a plea for a consecrated life. We would say a surrendered life to the will of God. And then verse 2, don't copy the behavior and customs of this world. Don't drink in the world's methodologies and thinking. But let God transform you into a new person. How? By changing the way that you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good, pleasing, and perfect. I would add also Colossians 2:8. Paul wrote, don't let anyone capture you with empty philosophies and high-sounding nonsense that come from human thinking and from spiritual powers of this world. That means demons, rather than from Christ. And so he's saying there is in the world empty philosophies, high-sounding nonsense. And where does it come from? Human thinking and demonic activity, rather than from Christ. For in Christ lives all the fullness of God in a human body. Jesus is God in human flesh. So you also are complete through your union with him, who is the head over every ruler and authority. As a Christian, I am in union with Jesus. And there is no one greater than he. He is the head over every ruler, every authority. So I want to take my cues and my answers from him. I want to be connected to Jesus Christ. In closing, here's my question for you. What are the 2 most important values or benefits of living life from a Christian biblical worldview? I'm going to give you the two. Number 1, you are able to see the world through the eyes of Jesus Christ. Man, that's special. Jesus had a worldview. It's expressed in the New Testament. We can read the New Testament and learn and understand his worldview, and we can look at people and life with his eyes. That's the beauty of Christianity. And then here's the second idea. Living from a biblical worldview means that you are able to align yourself with what is living reality, to harmonize life with what is reality. I mean, the Christian worldview, folks, is the only one that makes sense. And it brings about fruitfulness and prosperity and blessing. A couple of weeks ago, I gave as an illustration the two nations of North Korea and South Korea. North Korea, remember, is a fully communist-driven country. No God, no biblical Christian worldview. South Korea, on the other hand, is it's the most Christian nation